Hello, dog. Woo! Look at you go! Well, hey there, hi there, ho there, internet. Apparently I'm out pissing off dogs today. It's a balmy, almost 60. A little windy though, my goodness. But it's gonna be cold, really cold in North Carolina next week, like highs of 40s. So, this is the best day to get out and just enjoy the weather, enjoy the motorcycle, and enjoy being all by my lonesome right here and not stuck on traffic on Interstate 40. So today's topic, or at least the moment's topic, coming right up. So the things I wish to talk about today. If you've been reading the news and you are a parent, I know why are all those plastic bottles on top of those lines? Well, that's just kind of bizarre. Right, topic. I don't know. Lost it. If you are a parent today, you have a lot of choices to make. I know that when I was younger, when I hit 12 years old, I had a bike and I went anywhere in a 5 to 10 mile radius with that bicycle. On any given day, I could be, 5 miles down the road. And that was fine and okay and fucking expected. You weren't expected to be in the house. You weren't expected to be supervised at all times. People had jobs. Most parents, both of them, had a job. And come summertime, you were expected to run around outside and play with your friends and not bother the adults. And the reason I bring this up is in Maryland, in several other locations, parents have been called upon by Child Protective Services because they allowed their children to walk a mile home from school. A mile. 1 freaking mile. Now, it was a 9 or a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old sibling. And it's not like there wasn't a parent home at the time. It's just that they were walking home from school, for God's sakes. Oh, I better not hit this thing at 50. That'd be bad. Wouldn't be a good idea. And there's been a couple other instances where 2 siblings had walked home from a park, and it was a half a mile from the park to home. And again, police showed up, Child Protective Services called, parents under a microscope. What the hell? How did this become a thing that we're no longer allowed to let our children walk down the street? There was a law passed. Don't need me. There was a law passed at the federal level that basically says if a parent is comfortable allowing their child to wander down the street, and that is the level of supervision with which they deem appropriate, then the states can't come in and screw with that and say, no, these parents must be supervised at all times. It took a federal mandate, people, to make it so I could let my children walk up the fucking street. How did this become a thing? I don't get it. And what's amazing and fascinating is to watch all the threads and the people commenting on these things. People that had the freedoms that I did, saying, I don't think it's safe though, I wouldn't let my children do it. I used to sell newspapers, sling newspapers when I was a kid, and I would never let my children do that now. I'm like, well, bad things are gonna happen. I get that. I don't want it. I don't want for any of my children to die before I do. That is not something that I desire at all. Don't get me wrong. Don't think that. Don't think, oh my god, you monster. But at the same exact time as I say those words, kids need the ability to go out and discover who the fuck they are without their parents being involved. And yeah, kids can do a lot of nasty shit and be very mean to each other. And this is a road I've never been on, so that's why we're going over here today. But that's how you learn. Humans learn so much more from their mistakes than they do from their successes. It's gotta be done. You cannot avoid it. You cannot prevent any child from ever being harmed or ever getting hurt or, you know, unfortunately getting dead. It's just, unfortunately, our little meat shells are fragile. But to deprive people of the ability to experience life at the sake of being safe, no sir, I will not support that. So, what are everybody's thoughts on the free-range children movement, whatever? I don't necessarily think that you should send a 9-year-old 5 miles up the street and expect good things from it. But I do expect the children should be able to be let to the fucking bathroom at McDonald's out of your sight. I've got a Facebook friend that will not allow her child to go to the men's room without an adult from her family being present in the men's room. That, and he's in his teens, boys and girls. A teenager. There can only be bad things that come from this in the end. So again, I ask that all those that are watching this, if you would be so kind as to hit me back with your thoughts, ideas on this too. That is a fat fucking horse. I like to know. In fact, I really enjoy interacting with you folks. So I guess until the next time and the next topic, later days, Internet.